Hey y'all, so we are approaching a time where it's going to look and appear very dark, very gloomy, very discouraging, very disturbing in a sense. And it's so important that when we're in this time, that we know that God is in it with us, that God is in the midst of it all, and that He has not forgotten us, and He has not left us to die or left us to in the hands of the enemy, so to say. So it's so important for us to turn to God in this time because we have to know that God is in the midst of it all and He is going before us and fighting for us on our behalf. And all we have to do is trust and know that God is in the midst of it all. And so that's why I'm going to create a series called God Did It. I'm creating this series for people to share their testimonies, things that they've gone through but overcame with the help and assistance of God, that no one could have gotten them out of that thing but God. A lot of people have forgotten about God or pulled God away from a lot of things. But God is very much so present in our lives. And it's so important that we remember what He has done for us, what He has gotten us out of. Even if He hasn't done anything for, let's say if you don't, maybe you're an unbeliever. That's fine. But I hope that other people's testimonies bring hope and faith in you. And the desire and inspiration to build and create a connection with the Most High. That is so important at this time. And so I'm going to label this series God Did It. And so basically it's just talking about your testimonies, things that you've gone through, things that you overcame with the assistance of God. I love to see it. I love to hear it. It's not about the church. It's not about the Bible and what scriptures say. It's about what God has literally done for you, how God has shown up for you in your life. It's time for us to share those things because it is those things that will keep us going when things get dark, when things get gloomy, giving us hope that we will overcome and that we will make it to the other side because God is with us, assisting us and helping us. But we have to remember that God has never left us nor forsaken us, especially for the things that we may see or experience. We have to detach ourselves from those things and remember the power, the hand of God in our lives. So this series will be called God Did It. Now, you may see me stop and come back a few times because I have a tendency of talking too much. And I don't want this to be a long, drawn out series, okay? Now, I was a little skeptical about sharing my story because again, I was just finna say what God done to me, just little snippets. But then I realized who I am today is because of God. No one else can receive that credit but God. And I say that because when I encounter a few people and have conversations with people, just a few people, not a lot of people, because I don't conversate with a lot of people like that. They be like, oh, you're so wise, you're so intelligent, you were raised well, who are your parents? And that's where I have to stop them. Like, my parents had nothing to do with any of this, of any of who I am today. All credit goes to God for who I am in this very moment, because we have to pay respect and give credit where credit is due. It is because of God who is why I am who I am today. And so with that, I have to give my spiritual journey, and that requires me starting from the beginning, my upbringing and things of that sort, which I didn't want to go into. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even want to do this, if you want me to be honest, but I am obedient. And If God say so, then it must be done and it must be said. And so, therefore, I will start by talking about my journey, starting from the beginning or whatever not. Now, this is my real life. All right. These are real life situations with real life people. So please keep your judgments to a minimum. All right. Despite what I've gone through or what people have done to me or whatever not, I am no victim. Okay. And there is no ill will or harsh feelings towards other people that affected my journey and who I am today, especially those closest to me. Please understand that they are covered. They are protected. Coming for them is like coming for me. Coming for me is like coming for God. You don't want that. Okay? It's just not in your best interest. That's just a disclaimer. Now, you do what you're going to do. But don't say I didn't warn you. All right? All right. So, any parts of this story or whatever not, or my life, whatever, should not be used in any movie, show, whatever not, without my permission. Absolutely no parts. Okay? This is my business. Things are going to get real. But people have to know that God is real. And so if I have to share my journey, my story, that's what I will do. And I hope that it inspires and bring hope to other people in their lives to even build or create a relationship with God. All right. I truly hope this blesses you because I'm doing this and I'm doing it uncomfortable. All right. I love y'all. Let's get started.